the host of his own Emmy-nominated late-night talk show. This new book is called Thank You Notes. So let me thank you, Jimmy Fallon, for doing my show and saving me from having to talk about J-Lo's breakup and the debt ceiling.
Oh, my God. Wait, we're not getting on those topics at all? Thank you for having me. Yeah.
Thank you.
I think we've had it kind of up to here with those topics.
Yeah, we're sick of it. I mean, J-Lo's married. Who cares?
They weren't even that interesting, yeah. And the debt ceiling was like, please.
The debt ceiling's really boring.
Get to the end already.
All right, yeah.
And now it's all over with, and now we can talk about enjoying the summer.
Exactly.
We're getting back.
Now, your show, an Emmy nomination.
Yeah.
Hell, I mean, Leno didn't get it. Letterman didn't get an Emmy nomination.
No,
just
it was
you.
tricky. Yeah, it was a crazy thing. We thought we were going to get 0 nominations because if you look at the thing, you go, oh well, Daily Show will get one, Colbert will get one, and you know this, and Letterman and Leno and Bill Maher.
Yeah.
So it's like they're all taken up, and Saturday Night Live.
Yeah.
So we just go like, well, whatever. Look, either way, we're proud of our show. We're happy to do what we're doing. That's fine.
Well, you have a lot of competition, but of all of them, I would say you are the most amiable.
I like that.
Yeah. I mean,
take that. I'll take it.
Meaning you're funny and amiable, so therefore the committee might say, hey, we like him. He's good looking. He's funny. He's sweet.
I like this.
See what I mean?
Maybe. So you think we actually have a shot at maybe something?
You do.
See, now, you just ruined the whole night for me now.
Yeah.
Now I was just going just to get drunk and just not remember what happened. And either way, I was going to run on stage when, like, Modern Family wins.
Did you?
Yeah, and just go, hey, I just want to give a shout-out to... No. But I was like, what we're going to... Last time...
You can thank Jesus. That's always a pleasure.
But I think people don't thank Jesus when they lose.
No.
They go, hey, thanks a lot, Jesus. Could have helped out a little bit more, huh? Could have told somebody else. But I think we're just going to go with the idea. I mean, I guess 1 in 6 nominees, so 1 in 6 chances of winning.
Yeah, you've got a chance.
So you should actually think about what we're going to say.
Yeah.
I hate when people get up there and they go like, oh, I didn't think we were going to win. It's like, we had a better shot than I did. I was sitting at home. I didn't even get nominated. So you had 1 in 6 chance of winning, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so you at least have something prepared, but we're just going to go. We're already having a party out there. It's going to be fun.
Yeah.
And, but honestly, we didn't even stress. When we first found out nominations, I said to everybody, like, look, doesn't matter if we get nominated or not. We're happy. I'm so proud of our show. We have great people that work really hard. Then when I came in, everyone was just like crying and hugging and like screaming, like, oh my God, we got
Of
like,
course, everybody's
a
excited.
bunch of mushes, over at late night. It's like, oh my God, I hugged like 30 people before I made it to my office.
I love when people cry. It's like it's just a statue. Get over yourself.
Exactly.
Now, let's talk about the Jersey Shore for a second because this premiered on Thursday, and I know you love to spoof them. So let's take a look at some of your work here.
The Jersey floor is all about the lifestyle.
Back on the Jersey floor, baby, woo!
It's like freaking paradise. I feel like I'm home here. I can be myself. I can dress the way I want to dress, you know. I do shots, I tan, and I drink. STDs.
Shots, tanning, drinking.
That's hysterical.
STD.
That hairdo, though.
It's pretty awesome. Okay, Pauly D's. Well, we have the best hair. Makeup is great in our show. And like we work so hard to like do different like sketches, which is a lot of the other shows don't do. You don't have to. I mean, we're a talk show, really. So you don't just have to. But we do things besides talk, and we do sketches.
But that's your thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what we just found. I mean, from Saturday Night Live and all that stuff. I think like the Jersey Shore. I'm obsessed with that show. I think it's fantastic. I like.
What do you like
at them.
about it?
They're just so unlike me. It's like watching something. I go, I would never do that. I would never make those choices. I would never like, they drive by a club and it's packed. They go, that place is packed. We got to go there. I'm like, that's the opposite of me. If I drive by a deli and I go, there's too many people in that deli. I want to go to a place where no one is. I don't want to go to a bar and talk to anyone. I don't want to. So I mean, that's so the opposite of me. But I love them. I'm obsessed with them. We had a couple of them on the show. Pauly D and Snooki and those guys. And I think they actually have good attitudes. I like Pauly D.
You like him?
I like him. I think he's got like a good attitude. He's like, look, everything might go away, in like 10 minutes from now. I don't know. I'm just making all the money I can make now,
He's smart.
I was like, yeah, it could all go away.
Doesn't the Situation or whatever his name is, doesn't he say the same thing? They copy each other.
I don't know. Situation's got a different thing.
They all say, hey, I'll say
a lot of people say that Pauly D's abs are better than situations.
Stop it.
That's the real situation. That's the real situation. I know. Isn't that it's the end of the world? It's the horsemen of the apocalypse.
Well, now they went to Italy, to Florence, and they, it's like
great.
the Italians are like, get the hell out.
I'm obsessed with it. It was great. Did you watch it? You don't watch it.
I don't really like the show that much.
You don't know.
Well, I grew up with kids like that, and they tried to beat me up, so I don't like to watch them.
It's like, yeah, it's like watch it, but it's interesting to see them like in Italy. I think what MTV should do is just keep them for 2 months for the rest of their lives, just going on some show, either in Jersey Shore or something, just to see how they age and who they become.
Yeah.
I'd be interested, like an experiment, like a social experiment. Remember that movie 7 Up?
Yeah.
Remember that?
7 Up.
It was like some guy did. It was almost like these little kids that were 7 years old, and then every 7 years he'd interview him again.
Oh yes.
And he kept doing it until like one of them passed away recently.
Uh-huh.
I mean, he's running out of. It's getting to the end of their run, but
it's going to be called 7 Down.
Fascinating, yeah. Once it's 7 down, you know the movies are over with now. Yeah, it's all a retrospect, but it's a fascinating documentary to see how these kids grew up, who they ended up being. They kind of blamed the fame of these movies on how their life ended up.
Wait a second, that's a great sketch for you. Like, do like 30 years from now, all bloated and fat. And, you know what I mean?
Like, here's the situation. Like,
yeah.
I got a real situation now. Yeah. It's like,
that's a great sketch for you.
Yeah.
I love the fact that you can do sketches because, Letterman and Leno, to name but two, are they are stand-up comics. They're not like, you have your whole experience as a sketch comic.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Saturday
And
Night
it's
Live
like
was
a
big...
whole other, and yet you're very charming and you can do monologues, so you really have a leg up.
Well, I think it's like, even like Carson did sketches too,
Yes.
good or bad. He did,
Those were hilarious.
I mean, yeah, I loved him. So, I mean, like, so that type of thing, like, you have so much time to fill
Yeah, I know.
at night. So it's like, I mean, do you ever see when Ed Ames throws the tomahawk on Carson?
Yeah.
And he goes to pull, the tomahawk lands between the cowboy's legs.
Yes.
And Ed Ames goes to grab it out, and Carson grabs his hand like, oh no, we got an hour to kill, buddy. We're gonna milk this. We're gonna milk this lad for a long time. Yeah. We're gonna look at that for a long time. It's like, he's so smart. You have so much time to fill. So you think of these different weird things to just keep people awake, and I have great crew of writers. Like, we've been doing a lot of I do musical impressions. I used to do that in my stand-up act.
Like what?
Well, I used to do, like, say, like like I do a Neil Young impression, which a lot of people do.
You happen to have a guitar here.
I have a guitar here, yeah. I could just show you the difference between like a Neil Young and a Bob Dylan impression. So
Neil Young is kind of a depressant.
Well, they're both. Neil Young also, it's almost, his harmonica is different too. Neil Young could be like, so say I'll do the theme song of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air as Neil Young.
Sure, why not? As Neil Young, okay.
This is a story all about how my life got flipped, turned upside down. I could take a minute, just sit right there. Tell you how I became the prince of a town called Bel-Air. Now, Bob Dylan, he just takes the highest part of the harmonica and just screeches it and just keeps blowing out. That's all he does. That's how he plays harmonica. Okay. So here's Bob Dylan doing a different theme song. New boy in the neighborhood lives upstairs and is understood. He's just there to take good care of me, like he's one of the family. Charles in charge of our days and our nights. Charles in charge of our wrongs and our rights. Charles in charge of our days and our nights. Charles in charge of our wrongs and our rights. And I said, I want Charles in charge of me. That's the difference it does.
Very funny.
But I got to give it to the writers on that. Like Mike DeCenzo is the writer that wrote those ideas, because I've done those impressions of those people. I could do impressions of a bunch of other people, but it's the idea of where
you need a concept.
Where you need a great concept.
Right.
So where do you put them? It's like, so he was like, what if Neil Young sang, Will Smith, or I sang Willow Smith. I sang Whip My Hair back and forth as Neil Young. And we got Bruce Springsteen to come on and put on a beard and a wig and sit and duet with me. He was going like, I was Neil, and I'm going like, whip my hair back and forth. And he's going, you gotta whip your hair, gotta whip your hair. Oh, whip your hair. And he was it was the most bizarre thing ever to get Bruce Springsteen to put a wig on or anything. Like, I ended up we did Born to Run. I hosted the Emmys, and we did a spoof of Born to Run, like a Glee version.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was fun. It was written by Amy Olzo, who's a great writer. And so we did this bit, and it was a success for us. And then Bruce saw that, and he's like, oh, I want to come on Jimmy's show, and we'll do a little thing, you know, and one of you wants to do a bit or something. It'd be fun. About 12 hours later, like, he's still talking. And then, my dad, when he, he used to call me on the phone. Yeah, it's like his concerts, yeah. So he did an encore on the phone. And so then he said, he goes, oh, I'll bring like you just give me like a floppy hat. You know, I used to wear a floppy hat in the 70s, and I'll bring my own sunglasses, and we'll do that, and it'll be fun. So he came on the show, and he brought his actual sunglasses from the Born to Run tour. And then we got him a floppy hat, and he did it, and it was...
He's the best.
One of the most amazing...
The boss is the best.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll have more with Jimmy Fallon on the way. Sit tight.
The Joy Behar Show is brought to you by Dulcolac.